Hi everyone, welcome to North Star Knife Reviews. Today, episode 7 of our Scandinavian and Nordic knife series, and we're looking at another traditional knife today. This one is from Ahti. It is made in Finland. You can see made in Kalava, Finland, and designed by Rino Kampila. This is a family business. Rino Kampila and his son are the primary knife makers there. I'm not sure if they have other people that work for them as well, but they're a small factory. They do fairly limited numbers of knives, but they're actually pretty reasonably priced. And most of them are going to range in the $50 to $100 range. This one it's the least expensive one that I've seen, and it's a fairly small knife, but this I got, I believe, for $36 from Knives of the North. Actually, it may have been a little less than that because it was on their Christmas sale. I think it may have been $33. I've seen it elsewhere, again, in that $35 to $40 range. I have found a couple places where this is running about $50, $55, but if you're interested in this, go to Knives of the North or Ragweed Forge, I believe, also had a decent price on them. Again, the name of the company is Ahti, and I've done a little looking online, which is always, I suppose, a dangerous thing. But my understanding is that Ahti is a Finnish deity, a traditional Finnish deity or god, and he does a number of things, but primarily he is the god of water and the sea and fishing. And at least one or two of the sites I've seen suggested that he has a beard and a gown made of sea foam and looks somewhat like a seal or a walrus. And my understanding is that he may have been the creator of seals as well. And again, I don't know, I'm looking at a number of different sources and trying to parse this out. And my understanding is that seal in Finnish is Nahti, N-A-H-T-I. So again, the name may be connected, maybe not. If anybody knows more, please do let me know. But this is my understanding of who Ahti is. Okay. Again, small firm located in Kalava, Finland. Let's take a look first at the sheath. Fairly nice sheath. This has a woodpecker on it, and the name of this knife is the Ahti Tikka, T-I-K-K-A. Tikka is Finnish for woodpecker, and hence the woodpecker on the sheath. And you can also see it says, well, maybe you can't see, it says made in Finland and Kauhava, which is the city that's made in. See, fairly decent sheath, pretty well put together. It doesn't have a welt. Most of the traditional Scandinavian, Nordic, Finnish knives, the sheaths don't have a welt. They have a liner. This one, like most of the modern ones, you probably can't see it in there, but it's made of plastic. You can see it comes up to here. Traditionally, that would have been made of wood or perhaps reindeer antler. But most of the modern ones you're going to find use a plastic insert. See, this is pretty standard leather sheath, dyed leather. Here's the little tag. I'll just put it here. If you want to stop and take a look at it, you can, or you don't have to. Your choice. Okay. And here is some more information for you. Now the knife itself, as I said, this is the Ahti Tikka, and it is coming in at about 6.5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, about 6.5 inches, a little more. The blade on this is about 2.5 inches with the same cutting edge, no ricasso, as is pretty common. Some of the Pukos do have ricassos, but most of them do not. This is a carbon steel blade, 80 CR MOV2, I believe. made by Laurin Metalli. And I just did a video talking a little bit about the Laurin Metalli blades. Laurin Metalli is also out of Cahava, which is the same place Ahti is located. And they make blades for a number of different Finnish knife makers, the smaller Finnish knife makers. They make good quality blades. I have no problem with the blade being made elsewhere. It allows these smaller makers to actually thrive. At least I believe that. You can see it's a fairly thick blade. Scandi grind. Looks like there is a slight micro bevel on there, which is fairly common. And this Scandi grind is going to be a little higher than what you might get on, say, a Mora. But the slight micro bevel is, some of the knives have them, some of them don't. But this one does just slight micro bevel on there. The ferrule, it's listed as brass, but I gotta say it looks like copper to me, especially when you compare it to the rivet on the butt, which is brass. So I think this is actually copper. Don't quote me, but that's what it certainly looks like. The handle is dyed curly birch. You know, very straightforward, very simple design, very comfortable in hand. And I have large hands, it fits me just about right. If you have extra large hands, it might be a little small for you. You can see this has a rat tail tang that goes all the way through the knife. It is then peened to this rivet, and that is, along with glue in as well, but this is then what helps hold the blade on to the knife. Fit and finish on this, quite good. You know, maybe a little bit smoother on here, but not bad. So I like this knife a lot. I think it's a good size, for my hand at least. I like a little smaller blade. You know, certainly you want a big blade for some things, but a lot of times I think that people pick too big a knife and the extra blade length gets in the way. It really depends on what you're using it for. For me, I don't use do a lot of big tasks that need a huge blade, unless maybe I'm out in the backyard, working in the garden, or trying to trim trees or something like that. But otherwise, I like a knife this size. And I am really happy to have this. I think this is a great price too. So if you're interested, check out Knives of the North or Ragweed Forge and take a look at this. Again, this is the Ahti Tikka. Hope you liked taking a look at this. We'll continue on with this series shortly. You have a good day, and I will catch you next time.